Hey guys, Ken's 97 Stowe 171. Alrighty, here again at Cincinnati. I'm gonna do a hook, and then we're just gonna take a drive up to Defiance. Nothing spectacular. Apologize that I don't have my other camera hooked up, so it's no picture-in-picture this time. Here's the trailer we need. I want to pull up here. What I usually do is, you can't see in the mirror, but I'm looking down, maybe you can see, looking down the edge of the tires. And at least with these trailers, basically you want the tires at the edge of the fender. Some trailers that's not true. Like on a box trailer, that would not be the case. But the way these are set up, that's usually how it works. So basically you just want to create a nice straight line between your tires and the trailer. You want to stay straight if you can. And if you're off a little bit, you know, the fifth wheel is kind of a wedge shape, and it'll, as long as the trailer gets picked up right about here, which I'm not sure that it did, and it did. You'll hear it click. Now, I don't do a tug test. Sometimes I do because it was habit from every other job I've ever had. But they generally would prefer us to not do a tug test. The reason is, when you go tug forward, sometimes you can do it gently, you know, just tug a little bit. More often than not, you end up jerking the trailer pretty hard. And those things are loaded, and the landing gear is a little spindly on these trailers. So you can end up damaging the landing gear. So instead, just, you know, like you do anyway, get under it and make sure that the bar is across the back of the kingpin, and then you know you're secure. Alrighty, hazards, lights, kick the idle up. I'm actually going to run it a little. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn it off because otherwise you guys won't be able to hear me outside. It's going to beep here when I turn the headlights on, but they got to be on. Gotcha. Yes, I know the headlights are on. Gloves, very important. They put a tag on the trailer. We're going to Defiance. They got the plant 1. They don't put the trailer number, but you know, it's okay. I keep these because you never know. Always handy. Sometimes you got to mark. Sometimes I end up having to put them back on the trailer and mark it something, you know, partial loaded or something. Blue line is the service line. Electrical line. I got some new red straps. I got these at Walmart, I think. They work pretty well. Some guys use a bungee cord. That works as well, but I kind of like this because the bungee cord wraps around and holds it that way. These kind of hold it in, but also put pressure, squeezes it that way, which I kind of like it. It makes it, I think it's a little more secure, but you know, the purpose is just to keep the electrical connector from coming loose, which it has come loose on me before, and then you're rolling down the interstate with no lights, and you can look back and sometimes you'll see it, but sometimes you won't. Usually you can see these marker lights on the corners here. Alright, here's the emergency line. I've already described to you guys how that works, so I'm not going to do it again. That's the high-tech way to check your tire pressure, right there. Proper way would be to get a pressure gauge, but you get to know your truck. And it's back. And I'm gonna see if I can get a little closer. If you guys can see that, there's a bar across on the right side, and the locking section is actually the part on the left there. Okay. I'll basically glance around. make sure nothing's seriously wrong. I mean, you're not a mechanic, although I am pretty mechanically inclined. It's not my job to, and that should be left open. Not that it matters. Closed, 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 closed. You do want to make sure the product valves are closed. I've done that. And driving down the road, and the product starts coming out the, it doesn't usually come out the back. It usually just ends up packing up in the line, and then you have a stop up and you can't get the damn thing to unload. So double check it's loaded. It is. I've done that before. Somebody left a, you'd know as soon as you pulled out it was empty. But okay, should be able to do this on high speed. They would tell you to use the low speed gear rather than stress yourself, because you can hurt your back. Use your own judgment. And yeah, you're not supposed to do this. I know. Blinkers on, parking lights on, blow down valves open. Somebody made a mess. This is what's in this trailer. So you guys can see that. Nasty fucking shit. Alright. Spring's good. Spring's good. Slack adjuster looks good on that side. Marker light's on. Marker light, wipe them off a little bit. License plate light. Parking light. Parking light. Blinker. Do that. I don't need a hose where I'm going, so I'm not going to bother to check. But normally you would check the hose. Spring's good. Slack adjuster there's good. Spring's good. You also want to, I didn't mention it, but you want to glance at the wheel. Make sure the lug nuts are good. And there's no oil on the inside of the wheel, which would indicate that the wheel seal is leaking. From the back side here, I can see the slack adjusters back here, right there, and right there. They're both good. Can't really see the lights up top. They're probably on, and honestly it doesn't really matter that much. They're so dim you can hardly see them anyway. I don't know why they put them up to the top of the trailer. It's stupid. They should be down on the bottom in the middle. Blinker, marker light. You also want to make sure you're not missing any mud flaps. High-tech tire inflation check. Wheels look good. Marker light, marker light. Blinker, blinker, headlight, headlight, blinker, marker lights you can't see, but they all work up there. Blinker. Now I'm going to do a brake check. I'm going to turn off the headlights, turn off the blinkers, apply the trailer brake. Brake lights are on the tractor. Brake lights are on the trailer. Good to go. Up. And then try not to trip on rocks and fall on your ass. Alright. Now we're going to head out of here and actually, I think I'm going to split this video into two. So, I'll be back in a little bit, guys.